Real talk, just rap pack. Besides that, nobody I trust.
Back again like I never left. Young Sinatra, that's to the death. We turned up till we go deaf.
Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. It's going to be a week or 2 weeks now living with my wrapped car, and I'm just basically going to talk about all the things that I've noticed and that are sort of different now since owning a wrapped car, and all the sort of positives and the negatives, and just sort of basically have a chat with you. Let's get into this. So something that I always forget every single time when I walk out to my car is that it's green, which sounds stupid, but I always forget that it's green. I walk out the front door and I expect to see a silver car, and every time it shocks me. It's got that, because of the colour as well, it's just got that shock factor. It just looks amazing. But yeah, so the first thing I would say about living with a wrapped car, for the first couple of weeks, you just genuinely forget that it's wrapped. So you walk out to your car and you're like, oh yeah, it's like a positive little thing every morning. When you go to work, when you're doing anything, you go and pop into the shops, for crying out loud. So that's like the number one thing since getting my car wrapped I've noticed. Like, I just forget every day, and I walk outside, oh, I've got it on my screensaver, and I'm like, oh yeah, my car's wrapped, and it just looks epic. So the second thing I want to talk about is the attention it gets. So if you're someone who doesn't want attention, or doesn't like people looking at your car or looking at you, don't get your car wrapped, or don't get your car wrapped in a bright colour, because it's not the most amazing car in the world. You know, I'm not saying it's a Nissan Skyline, I'm not saying it's a, you know, it's a supercar of any kind, but from having my silver car with black bumpers and white wings, no one looked at my car, no one, you know, paid it any attention, and it don't, you know, it didn't bother me. It's just, you know, I didn't notice how much people didn't pay attention to my car until I got it wrapped, and now everyone pays attention. Like, it can be a 5-year-old running along the road pushing his scooter along, or it's an elderly woman walking past. Like, it literally, anyone will get, it'll get anyone's attention. And obviously that is to do with the car and the colour. I guess the combination helps. But what I noticed, yeah, it appeals to everyone. So everyone looks, so everyone has a second look. And it's something, one, that I'm not used to, but I enjoy it. It's like, oh, look, they like my car, they like what I've done with it. And the amount of compliments you get, like people just walking down the street. If I'm cleaning it, they'll come over, oh, I love what you've done to it. And I don't know, it gives you such a good feeling. You're like, oh, thank you, you know, you style your car how you want it, and everyone, that's the one thing I'll say, you do what you want to do. Like, I've always wanted to wrap my car, and now I've done it. Like, for me, it's perfect. God. For me, it's perfect anyway, but the fact that other people enjoy and approve, and not approve, but appreciate what I've done to my car to make it look how it does, I think it adds that factor to it. I think the third most asked question, or the third thing that everyone who does anything to their car gets, is, oh, how much did it cost, or, you know, etc, etc. And I'm not going to say how much it cost me, but just to give a rough idea, is I'd say wrapping most cars is probably half the price of getting it painted. So, for example, I had this wrapped. If I was to get the whole car painted, especially in a 2-colour combo, which I don't think you can really do, and if you do, I think it needs blending. It's not easy, it's not a simple process. To have it wrapped, or to have it painted, sorry, in the same way I've got it wrapped, I think it would cost up to about £3,000, maybe more, I don't know. How much did the car cost to get wrapped is probably half the price of paint. So you justify it how you want, basically. You know, can you justify spending the extra money but it's paint, or, you know, you roughly get half the price and it's wrapped? You know, it's completely up to you. A lot of people have come up to me and asked me, oh, is that paint, you know? Or, oh, nice paint job. And I'm like, oh no, it's a wrap. And they're like, really? You can't tell? And to be fair, depending on the wrap you get, you really can't tell. So, like, you can just see, like, the metallic pearl in the wrap there. It just looks like paint. The one thing I will say is, like, you still get the shine, although this lighting isn't doing it great. On the bonnet, you can see there, you still get the shine like paint, but what it isn't as clear with is when it's really, like, sunny or it's really clear, you get the, like, foggy look. I guess you'd sort of call it orange peel, if you know, you know, that orange peely look with wrap, because it isn't paint and it doesn't polish up and it doesn't reflect as much as paint does. Yeah, so you don't get the paint look. There is a difference, and, you know, if you want that paint look, wrap isn't going to give you that. I think maybe, I don't know if there's a certain wrap out there that maybe is super high quality and is really expensive and it will give you the look of paint, but if you're going to that extent, you may as well just get it painted. For me, it's nowhere near noticeable that it isn't paint to not have it. And also the breakup of the 2 different colours on my car, like the green and the matte black, I think that helps the car as well. That breaks it up. If I don't like a car, or I wouldn't get a car wrapped all one colour anyway, I don't see the point. You may as well get it. You may as well pay the money to get it painted. I think if you're going to wrap a car one colour, you may as well get it painted, because you're getting the same effect. You're getting a different colour. I understand maybe Nardo grey, because that's, even when it's painted, it doesn't look, it's not got the shiny look like a metallic would. So Nardo grey and maybe glosses you can get away with, but if you want to go for a metallic colour, I'd still get paint. I wouldn't wrap it unless you plan on doing something different or interesting with it. But then again, it's up to you, you know. If you think, you know, wrapping is cheaper and it still looks great, so it's completely down to the person. But for me, I got it wrapped, and I'd only get it wrapped like how I've got it wrapped because I wanted to split the colours up. I wanted two colours. I wanted that effect, and I knew wrapping it would give me the best way of getting that effect. Yeah, so living with a wrapped car, yeah, again, it's something you don't really notice. When you're driving it, you only have the colour in the mirrors. So you're driving along and you just zone out, and then you're just driving, and then you look in the mirror and go, oh yeah, it's green. And you're like, what the hell? And it's just something that I don't think it will get old until I've had it for months and months and months. But every time I'm driving along, I check the mirrors and I just see the green. I'm like, yeah, looks good. I like it. I just love it. I don't see anything anytime soon where this car is going to suddenly become boring, or the colour's going to become, you know, oh, I'm over it, oh, I need to change it. Because I've always wanted to do it, I love how it looks, I wouldn't change it. And I think a lot of people, as long as you follow what you want to do, your car will look amazing, you know. Even if it's only to your eyes, it's still going to look great. And that's what I love about my cars. I've done it to how I wanted it, and it looks amazing, and I love it. So, living with a wrapped car, the actual material, because it's such a good quality, it beads really well. So you'll get people who polish their cars within an inch of their life to have that amazing bead look. Wrap cars, when they're clean, have that bead look so easy. I'm sure if I just put like a Maguire's wash wax on it, it's untouchable. Like the wrap, you can't see it at the moment because it's dirty, but the beads are so good all the time. Oh, it's just unmatchable, and they just roll off. Like, it's so good. So it's like you clean your car once, boom, it looks like it's been polished, waxed. It's so handy. So like for generic weather, a wrap is so good, which I didn't even think of. It wasn't until I was driving at home and it rained, and I got home and the whole car was clean, and I was like, oh, so all the water just beaded off like it was nothing. I couldn't believe it. It was lovely. I was like, oh, ideal, didn't have to clean my car. I just got the microfiber out, dried it off, and it was easy, nice and clean. But yeah, the biggest thing about living with a wrapped car is the attention. I get so much more attention than I used to get. Now my car's wrapped, so many more people look, so many more people have an opinion. And it's not always good, it's also obviously bad. Although I've only had one bad, I would say compliment, one bad, I don't know, gesture, one bad sort of opinion, which was an elderly woman I drove past, and she said, oh my God, what a ghastly colour. And I thought, that's her opinion, and I absolutely love it. I think it is a bright green colour. Like, that is not to everyone's taste. I love it, and a lot of people love it, but also a lot of people are not going to like it. A lot of people are going to hate what you've done, which they probably do. But to be fair, the one thing I will say is, yeah, it gets attention, whether that be good or bad. So if you're going out there, you got to appreciate, you're going to get some hate, but you're going to get a lot of love too, depending on what you've picked. Because I definitely get more love than I do hate, which I appreciate. A lot of people, you know, love the colour, love what I've done, love the work that's gone into the car, and I appreciate their compliments, and I appreciate all the support and everyone who sort of goes, you know, my wife's seen the car, she hates cars and she loves it. She was like, she doesn't care about cars, and she saw your car, and I just had to tell you she loves it. And I was like, you know, and stuff like that. It sort of just makes it, you know, you sort of think, yeah, it was worth doing, stuff like that. I don't know. Just little tiny compliments like that, and that attention that you get. I don't know if it's just from having a wrapped car. I mean, my car isn't anything amazingly special. You know, it's a Seat Leon FR. I have modified it to how I want it, put wheels, splitter, you know, everything on it. But I think, you know, it's the wrap that gets the attention. I'm not saying, you know, the Seat Leon's the most amazing car in the world, because it isn't. But I love it. I love what I've done with it, and I think, you know, people appreciate the work you put in. So a short recap: living with a wrapped car. It's attention, positive and negative. It's easy cleaning. It looks amazing. You forget that it's wrapped. Oh my God, it's wrapped and it looks amazing, and it's what I've always dreamed of. It's those little things that I think just don't get boring. It's those little boosts of, just look at it. It just looks amazing. People that want to know if it's paint, that's the biggest compliment, is when someone goes, oh, have you had it painted? And it's like, no, it's a wrap. Like, that just shows the quality of the job that Rapid Graphics did, and the wrap itself, the Tech, I think it's Tech 190 wrap. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.